Hey everybody, Jason Burmis here. And as far as my coverage of the coronavirus has been over the last couple of weeks, it's been pretty conservative, right? And I'm going to remain on that path in the sense that my concern is still largely the reaction of what? The police, the military, the state of China, the way they are controlling information and quarantining human beings. And when I started to show some of these videos to my brother, who was over last night for UFC 247, which we're going to show you right here, he said, you know what, man? This is why we need to have an armed populace, so this can't happen to us. And it's so true. And I want to reach out right now before we get into all this and show you some of the videos and explain to people, especially in my state now, where Cuomo wants everybody who buys any type of gun, whether it be a shotgun, like Joe Biden says you can have a shotgun, right? Or a small rifle, anything. You need a mental health evaluation. And that is worrisome to me. The state should not be in my life in any way, shape, or form when states like this say that those that are spreading misinformation about the coronavirus could go to jail and be dragged away. So right now, the official numbers are over 37,500 infected and over 800 plus dying from the virus. Now, again, if you've been keeping up with my coverage, I showed you what happened in the United States around leprosy and quarantining, and even the small level of quarantines that are happening in this country are worrisome to me. And let's get into it, because with over 50 million people being detained, with videos of suspected coronavirus people who don't want to be detained, running away from police in the streets in broad daylight, okay, and that's going to be this stuff's actually going to be pretty tame for what we're going to be showing you. I'm warning you right now. Some of the things you're going to see in this are pretty disturbing. One in particular. But this is real. This is happening. And when the state can come in and rip you from your home and put you in a quarantine area and has built 10 facilities in a very short period of time, 2 of which are now being filled. 1 is already filled, right? And then this is all public knowledge. And now we're going beyond just China and into North Korea, where I'm glad we had peace talks, but there is no doubt that that is an oppressive regime that controls information. And I want to pose this to people before we actually get into some of the videos that are just horrific to me. I mean, I know a lot of you have seen the spraying of the streets, which is also horrific. It harkens back to programs and projects that were done in the United States back in the 30s and 40s. I mean, fumigating large areas. It's insanity, right? A lot of people in this country and around the world have used this term or similar terms saying, never let a good crisis go to waste. So what am I proposing? Well, I'm not proposing even that this is man-made or released on purpose or some kind of a false flag. Let's take the position, whether you agree with it or not, I'm not saying I do, that this just happened somehow, okay? And we do need to quarantine people, and all this is necessary. Well, why wouldn't an oppressive regime like this use this disaster to also go after those who are their political rivals, who aren't so great on their social credit score? Be a great time to do it, right? I mean, economies may tank, and right now it's being reported by, where are we? Let's just go over some of the stuff before the videos, okay? They're saying that excessive and disorderly protective clothing may increase coronavirus infections over in China. Okay, they're warning against that. And they're saying that auto plants could shut down around the world. And as I said, the coronavirus supposedly has hit North Korea. Kim Jong-un has canceled a large parade, and there are now press reports that it has reached there. Okay? Not good. None of this is good. And let's talk about the speech for a second. Li Wenliang, who is apparently this doctor that then died of the coronavirus, trying to warn it was much worse than what the state was saying. We don't know whether he really, I mean, he was 34. Maybe the virus took him out, but behind closed doors, the state does what the state does, and the state does what the state wants. Okay? So what was his treatment by police? And that should be raised when you see videos like this. I want to turn the video down so we just don't have any audio. But, you know, obviously you can see right now that man was taping something they did not like. And they're trying to get his phone. And he's still holding on to his phone. Okay? So, you know, as of right now, I don't know that he's even somebody that has the coronavirus at all. But where's he being taken to? He's taken to the police car. And you bet they're going to take that phone. So this is just an example of the control of information. This is scary enough, right? You know, again, without an armed populace, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? And you're going to see them rip the phone out of his hands right here from this angle coming in. There it is. They got it. And that's it. My phone. Now get in there. You go to jail. Okay? And think about that for a second. Before all this, remember I was doing stories on how scary it was. Not even that they had banned Winnie the Pooh, which was scary enough, but that South Park, political satire at its best over the last 20 plus years, goes after China, rightfully so, in one episode. They don't just ban the episode, they ban that entire body of work. We're talking about thought police. We're talking about real police. And when we get to this next video, I'm going to warn you. This one's probably the most horrific I've seen. And I don't know exactly what's going on here, but I want to point to one of the guys. Right now, if you take a look, you know, we're going to turn the volume off here. There are a lot of people in this car. You notice they're not helping this woman. She's like, please, please, let me stay. And I want to say, I would assume that the driver's side's the other side. Now look at the man holding her right now. He reaches for something in his hand, picks it up, and bam, he just starts getting her in the back of the neck. Or in the back. I don't know what's going on. But you notice no one's helping her from the car? And by the way, guys, she's limp. It's over. I'm not saying she's dead, but she's not moving. This is a woman. Okay? And that woman's just looking outside, not helping her friend, or her daughter, or her sister, or her mother, or whoever it is. She's done. She's out for the count. I mean, you can see she's breathing still. At least for now, but I don't know, man. Pretty brutal. Pretty brutal. Looks like they did something to her to put her right out. Okay, police in masks. And now this one. Also, doesn't make me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. People in chains on the streets, rounded up by police. I mean, are they being taken to quarantine areas? I don't know. I know what I'm seeing in the mainstream is scary enough, and this is extremely frightening. And not, listen, put me up against the coronavirus, me. My immune system's okay. It's not the best. It's pretty good. Against an oppressive regime like that that's going to go door to door and put me in a center. So I'm just saying that the very real possibility on top of all this is that while this is going on, no matter how serious it gets, political rivals and dissidents could be executed. Call me kooky. Valuable says Wendy.com shows huge amounts of sulfur dioxide release outside of Wuhan, which is realized when burning large quantities of organic material. Are those bodies? Look, I have no idea. Again, it's so hard to believe anything coming out of the state, and I think the numbers are higher than they are saying. But then again, like I said, they could use this incident any way they want to. Any way they want to. And now with the spread to North Korea, another, again, very oppressive regime against free speech, one in which the people are not armed. That's why this constitutional republic is really important. It's not just because our political rivals may come after us, but other people in other positions of power that have already made oppressive regimes may eventually come after us. And in a track trace database society where every single thing you do, every minutia is is known through this, through your smart device, through going, Alexa, play me Lizzo. Alexa. That thing's on all the time. It's on all the time. You're giving all that information to these big, large, powerful corporations that are working inside this media, military, industrial complex. I don't know what to believe, but I believe I don't like seeing that. So guys, I'll keep up on it. Again, I'm not trying to bring any kind of hysteria. I want to let people know about my Rockfin, rockfin.com/Jason Bermas. $9.99 a month gets you 20 extra videos at least, stuff we probably can't do here on YouTube, such as a live stream of the first hour of the debates out in New Hampshire with Robbie Martin of Media Roots. That's part of the premium, but there's stuff that's not premium. If you want to go see Loose Change Final Cut, for instance, I've posted that there. You can go follow me. You can make a free Rockfin account, follow me, costs you nothing. But if you do want to support me, hit the endorse Jason Bermas button. And you don't just get my material for $9.99. You get everybody on there for a month, every month. And there's a ton of great people over there. Loose Change, Final Cut, Fabled Enemies, Invisible Empire, A New World Order, Define and Shade the Motion Picture are free right here. And I'm probably not going to do it. We're not even at $600, but I want to say it again. If we get to 2,000 before tomorrow morning, right? And I can rent a car and my buddy comes with me, et cetera, we will go to New Hampshire and we'll stream live Tuesday from polling stations. Let's see. Get yourself a Corona beer on me. Thank you, Jacob Meets World hashtag. Appreciate that super chat. But again, guys, you like independent journalism. You like seeing things that you're not going to see anywhere else. We cover a plethora of issues here, doing it usually 3 to 7 times a day. Every once in a while, I pull it back. I spend some time with family, like yesterday. But again, we're not afraid to go after the real issues. So if you like independent media, $5, $10, $15, it means the world to me. But if you really like me, I mean, there are big donors out there like Flickoff, Ryan Erickson, Erica Jill, who have really helped support this channel. I want to thank them from the bottom of my heart. Guys, I will see you on the flip side.